We all have this idea of what retirement is supposed to be. It's the ultimate finish line, right? A time of total freedom, no more alarm clocks. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. But for millions of people, that dream doesn't quite line up with the reality.
See, for so many, retirement isn't about freedom at all. It's about stress, it's about limits, it's about day-to-day survival. It's this constant financial grind when you're expecting, a permanent vacation. So how does this even happen? And more importantly, how do you make sure it doesn't happen to you?
Well, to really get to the heart of it, we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to spend one simple Tuesday with 4 different types of retirees. We'll see what their morning is like, what's on their mind, and what kinds of choices they have to face.
And here's the crucial part. As we go through these 4 lives, I really want you to ask yourself, which one of these paths am I on right now? Because I guarantee, by the end of this, you're going to have a crystal clear picture of the future you're building for yourself.
Okay, so let's start with the path that nobody wants, but way too many people find themselves on. This is the broke retiree, where retirement is defined by just one word: survival.
Their Tuesday starts early, around 6:30 a.m., and not because they want it to. It's because stress is a really terrible alarm clock. Their main income is Social Security, which on average comes out to about $24,000 a year. Now, on paper, you might think, okay, that's manageable, but in the real world, it is a completely different story.
And you can just watch that income disappear. Rent can easily eat up half of it right off the bat. Plus, unlike older generations, more and more people are hitting retirement still carrying debt, a mortgage, credit card balances, you name it. So their Tuesday is filled with these tough little choices. Only shopping at discount grocery stores, turning the heat down just a few more degrees to save a couple of bucks. There's no freedom here, just a constant nagging question behind every single decision: can I afford this?
And that really just says it all, doesn't it? It's not about enjoying the years you've worked so hard for, it's just about getting through them. It is pure survival mode, day in and day out.
All right, let's move on to our next path. We'll head down the street to a different house where things honestly look a lot better. This is the Comfortable Retiree. They're doing okay, but there's a catch. They are always, always careful.
This person wakes up and actually looks forward to their day. They've built up some savings, a 401k, maybe an IRA, and that, plus Social Security, gives them an income somewhere in the $50,000 to $75,000 a year range. So yeah, a pretty significant step up.
So what does their Tuesday look like? Well, it might start with a coffee from a local cafe. They can meet up with friends for brunch or head to the gym. If the car breaks down or a medical bill shows up, it doesn't cause a full-blown panic. They can even take a vacation, maybe once or twice a year. Life is genuinely good. But underneath it all, every purchase still comes with just a little bit of hesitation.
And here's that subtle but really important difference. Their fear isn't about surviving today or tomorrow. Their anxiety is about the long haul. The central worry has shifted from, can I afford this, to, will my money last? It's this quiet, persistent fear of running out.
And now, we step into a completely different reality. For our third person, the wealthy retiree, the entire relationship with money has changed. It's no longer a source of stress or even caution. It's just a tool.
On this Tuesday, money isn't really on their mind. They've built up serious income streams from investments, real estate, stocks, generating $120,000, $150,000, maybe even more every single year. This isn't about drawing down a savings account. This is about living off the returns their assets are creating.
Their home is paid off. They have zero debt. Their Tuesday starts slow. Maybe a workout, a long breakfast while they read the news. They have the freedom to travel whenever they want, to help their kids out financially, and to donate generously to causes they're really passionate about. Money simply makes the life they want to live possible.
But believe it or not, there's a surprising potential pitfall here. After decades of being wired to save, some people on this path, they just can't flip the switch to spending. They just keep accumulating wealth way beyond what they could ever need, almost like it's a habit. And the real risk here, they could reach the end of their life with an absolutely incredible bank balance, but a real shortage of experiences. They risk having more money than memories.
Which brings us to our final path. And this one is less about a number and more about a philosophy. The Die with Zero retiree thinks about this whole game completely differently. Their life is guided by one thing: intention.
The core idea is simple, but it's also pretty profound. It's the belief that money's only real value is in what it can do for you.
Its main purpose is to be converted into life experiences, into memories, into fulfillment, while you are young and healthy enough to actually enjoy them.
So what does this actually look like? Well, it's not about being reckless. It's about being incredibly intentional. They plan very carefully to make sure they have enough for security and healthcare. But beyond that base, they actively prioritize spending on experiences over just accumulating more stuff. Their goal isn't to grow a nest egg forever. It's to create memories and to live as fully as possible. And this is the key insight. The return on investment from a great experience isn't just that moment. The memories you create keep paying you back in happiness and stories for the rest of your life. It's the one asset that never, ever depreciates.
So let's just do a quick recap of these 4 Tuesdays. The broke retiree is stuck on survival, which leads to constant stress. The comfortable retiree is worried about running out of money, which leads to a life of caution. The wealthy retiree can get stuck on accumulation, risking more money than memories. And the die with zero retiree is all about living fully, but the downside is that it takes a ton of careful, intentional planning.
And this is maybe the biggest takeaway of all. Retirement doesn't magically transform your life. It's more like a magnifying glass. It just reveals the habits, the priorities, and the decisions you've been making for the last 20 or 30 years. None of these people ended up where they are by accident.
Which brings us right back to you. After seeing these 4 paths, which Tuesday feels most like the one you're building right now? Be honest with yourself. Are your daily actions, your habits, leading you toward a future of survival, caution, accumulation, or intention?
Because the single most important thing to remember from all of this is that your retirement isn't some distant event that's just going to happen one day. That future Tuesday, it's being constructed brick by the small financial decisions you're making today.